I don't know what people think their liver does. Your liver does almost everything in terms of creating or regulating processes, okay? So liver enzymes is a very narrow sliver. For instance, like that whole, like this enzyme is actually made in your liver. So the liver is responsible for converting testosterone into DHT. So the liver does everything. The liver does most of your energy conversion, like ketosis, the generation of ketones, it's all done in your liver. It does lots of shit. The whole liver enzyme thing, very narrow. But metaphorically, this is what's happening. The liver is detecting an egregious thing in the bloodstream. It is saying there is something in here that is potentially causing harm. Whether it's alcohol or a drug or a food allergen, it's detecting something that is problematic. And it says we need to break that down into non-egregious bits. That's what it's saying. So now, metaphorically, think of the liver like a cook pot. Okay? And these things are falling into the cook pot. The liver must now cook that enough to break it down, like you cook food into less complex things so you can digest. Now, imagine that the thing is so robust that it's not breaking down. So the liver has to turn up the dial, and it puts enzymes, which are protein chains. But metaphorically, think of it like acid. The liver says, well, fuck you, you won't break down, I'll put a little acid in there. And the acid is able to break down the things, cook the foods much faster. The problem is, long enough exposure to the acid will actually begin to damage the pot. That is sclerosis of the liver, metaphorically. The liver has worked so hard to cook these things that it's actually damaged itself. And if you let that process run long enough, it just punctures the pot, everything drains out, and the whole game's over. Alcoholics actually do that. So that's what's going on with the whole liver enzyme thing. Now, stop there and look at that process just systematically, mechanistically, and say, well, what would happen if I take all these drugs that make my liver want to do that, but then I intervene and prevent that? Yes, I might preserve the liver, but I'm preserving the liver at the cost of something the liver thought was important enough to intervene is now running the fuck amok. You now have egregious shit going on everywhere. Does that sound good? Maybe not. Just a thought process. Like, I'm not even saying like I have the answer and I know this will happen. I'm just saying like from a thought process, does that sound good? I'm gonna go no. I think a better option would be go about business, and instead of intervening and trying to suppress those liver enzymes, maybe that's a good proxy for when you are or not fucking up.